Several places on Earth are dangerous for humans to enter. If you set foot in such places, there is no guarantee of life. In this article, we would like to introduce 5 dangerous places in the world that you should avoid if you want to save your life. Just imagining yourself in these places will give you a chill. The first is Snake Island. It is an uninhabited island full of venomous snakes that cannot even be approached without a naval permit. Located approximately 64.6 miles, 104 kilometers, south of Sao Paulo, Brazil, the island has 1 to 5 venomous snakes per square meter. Moreover, it is the largest habitat of the golden lancehead, one of the most dangerous venomous snakes in the world. If a human is bitten by this snake, there is a significant chance of death within an hour. It is said that as many as 2,000 to 4,000 golden lanceheads inhabit this island. It is frightening, isn't it? It is off limits to the Brazilian government to protect the rare venomous snakes in humans. In other words, it is an island to die if you set foot on it with the government's approval. So, you may wonder why an island like this, where poisonous snakes abound and people are not allowed to set foot, was created. It has to do with thousands of years of history. The island was once connected to the Brazilian mainland. However, after the end of the Ice Age several thousand years ago, rising sea levels cut it off from the mainland, trapping the snakes on the island. It is believed that the snakes adapted to their environment and their population grew rapidly. There is also a buried treasure legend about Snake Island, which says that pirates released many poisonous snakes on the island to protect the treasure buried there. Still, unfortunately, no evidence has yet been found to prove this. If you are interested in the buried treasure, explore the island. The second is Lake Karachay. Located in the beautiful mountain range of Russia, Lake Karachay is called the most polluted place on Earth. In the 1940s, the Soviet Union established the Mayak Production Association, one of the largest nuclear facilities, to prevent Nazi invasion. In the Soviet Union, it was common practice to pour radioactive materials into the lake, and it is said that the lake was a veritable cocktail of radioactive waste, with materials such as cesium and strontium being poured into the lake one after another. This caused health problems for workers and residents living in the area. This alone was frightening enough, but in September 1957, an explosion occurred at the Mayak Production Association. This resulted in the release of up to 100 tons of radioactive waste into the atmosphere. As a result, Lake Karachay, which was once a beautiful, natural lake, was transformed into a lake of death, where one could die within an hour of being there. The lake began to be reclaimed with concrete around 1970, and although it is now completely concrete, it is still very dangerous to approach. The third is Ijen Volcano. Ijen Volcano, located on the Indonesian island of Java, is known as a volcano that emits blue fire, which is rare in the world. The sight of glowing blue flames flowing like a lava flow is a spectacular sight that can only be seen at night, and tourists throng the volcano late at night to catch a glimpse of these blue flames. This fantastic blue flame is the result of sulfur being heated to a high temperature and gasified. When sulfur burns, it emits blue light, and the liquefied and heated sulfur flows through the mountains, giving the appearance of blue lava flows. When the sulfur cools and hardens, it turns yellow, and residents mine this sulfur as a source of livelihood. However, this sulfur gas is extremely toxic to the human body. If exposed to it, it can cause stabbing pains in the eyes and nose and breathing difficulties. Therefore, gas masks are required for sightseeing. At the crater of the mountain is the world's largest highly acidic lake, Ijen Volcano, where sulfur is dissolved, and the lake water is said to be so corrosive that it can melt metals. For those who want to see blue flames in such a dangerous place, this may be a recommended tourist destination. The fourth is Lake Natron. Lake Natron, located in northern Tanzania, is called the Lake of Fire. It is a beautiful lake with a deep red color, which is the color of cyanobacteria that prefer salt. The high salinity of Lake Natron causes a massive bloom of cyanobacteria, which turns the water red. Furthermore, the water in Lake Natron is highly alkaline, with a pH of 9 to 10.5, almost the same as that of toxic ammonia. In addition, the water temperature in this equatorial lake can reach 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. The frightening thing about this lake is that it calcifies living things. Birds, bats, and other animals calcify on the shores of the lake as if they were living stone statues. The reason for the calcification is hidden in the water quality of Lake Natron. The water temperature in Lake Natron is high and highly alkaline, so once an animal enters the lake, it gets burned and is unable to get out, eventually dying. Because Lake Natron contains large amounts of sodium carbonate and salt, carcasses in this lake are preserved in a dry state. Surprisingly, however, some birds can survive in this lake. It's the flamingo. Lake Natron is famous for its flamingos. Flamingos have a tough, scaly skin that protects them from the highly alkaline water. Flamingos are pink because they are discolored by eating cyanobacteria. The flamingos prefer this lake as their habitat because their external enemies cannot survive here for long and it is a no-hunting zone. So, you may be wondering what happens when humans jump into Lake Natron, right? It is said that calcification does not progress suddenly, but rather slowly over time. Therefore, even if a person inadvertently enters the lake with bare feet, it is not likely to become a stone in no time. Nevertheless, if the water evaporates after a long time in the water and the body becomes exposed and dry, it is possible to become a crunchy figure. If you are interested, please give it a try. The fifth is the Danakil Desert. Located in northeastern Ethiopia, the Danakil Desert is about 116 meters below sea level. It is also one of the world's lowest lands and is said to be the harshest land on Earth. When you hear the word desert, you may think it is a dry land with no humidity at all. However, the Danakil Desert has lakes, and these lakes are out of this world beautiful. Although the Danakil Desert offers seemingly beautiful scenery, hydrogen sulfide is generated, so a gas mask is a must for this spot. Furthermore, because the crust of the Earth is very thin, it is a danger zone with magma flowing just beneath your feet. It is a terrifying world where an explosion could occur at any time, and the ammonia and sulfur that erupt here and there create a harsh environment. Furthermore, it is a dangerous place to go to and return from, with temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius in the summer and 40 degrees Celsius in the winter, and professional armed robbers sometimes appear in hell. Tours are available in the Danakil Desert. If you want to visit the most vast and dangerous sauna on Earth, sign up for a tour. Several dangerous places on Earth are beyond imagination. But it is precisely because they are not easily approachable that they are mysterious and intriguing. If you are looking for a thrilling destination, you may want to go there. Thank you for your attention.